Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. Time for us to cast our Hall of Fame votes. They gave us a ballot. They said it's real and it matters. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, brought to you by DraftKings. My name's Jimmy. Sitting next to me is Jake. Trevor in California with the shades on. Producer BBD behind the desk. Couple of lies to start the show. We're no longer a podcast. It's YouTube only. And these votes matter. And we have a say in them. And Jake is a healthy-brained human. How you doing, Jake?
James, Trevor Plouffe, everyone. Maybe we'll get some extras in the YouTube chat today. Our Spotify, some of our podcast apps are banged up. We're working on them. They should be back soon, so sorry if you've been wrestling with that. We'll get you back. And, yeah, it was unbelievable. You know, MLB, they finally do a smart move. They clear house. They get rid of that troublemaker, Rosenthal, and they just gave us a ballot. So we're going to fill it out. We're going to send it in. We're going to do it live on the air, and we're going to get you your next batch of Hall of Famers. So.
I was surprised how big the ballot is. It came in, like, poster board envelope.
It was awesome. There was a letter. Rosie's out. And we were like, is that Chris Rose? Is that Rosenthal?
Yeah.
And then we figured out Rosenthal, he's out, so they just gave us a massive ballot that we're going to fill out.
Massive. Trev, how
Two
are
at
you?
a time.
Two at a time.
Guys, I'm just happy they finally got Kenny out of there. What a bad
Yeah.
What a bad person he is. Why would you want someone with his, knowledge, experience, the way he treats people, which is excellent? Why would you want him at your network covering the sport? That doesn't make any sense.
Dude, I've been firm on it for a long time. Journalists shouldn't have integrity.
Yeah.
No.
Biased and appeasing to their bosses only. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to let BBD sit here and say Talking Baseball stinks. He's out.
I think he said that before. Have you? Don't.
Probably.
I think it was it was funny that two troublemakers, Ken Rosenthal and Antonio Brown, kind of signed off on the same day. So isn't that how the world works? It comes in threes.
Is his track coming soon? Kenny R's got a hot new track on the streets. That's what I've been hearing, though.
If Kenny R releases a rap song.
No, it wouldn't be rap.
Well.
Spoken word.
It's a former rap.
Why don't someone take whatever the article that got Rosenthal in trouble and put it to some music, like spoken word poetry type, like slam. Can we turn it into a slam poem?
Yeah.
No one else steal that idea. Let's turn it into a slam poem.
On it.
I am the company poet here, so.
Dude, you know who supports Rosenthal?
Yeah, this is kind of messed up.
Big
Nobody?
time?
This is kind of messed up.
Under 5'10" clothing.
Yeah.
And they support us. Not you, Trev. They
not
hate
you.
your
We hate
stinking
you.
guts.
Get out of here, freak.
Turn your camera off. You're not involved.
Yeah.
Kenny R, Jake, myself, BBD, barely. We are the audience for Under 5'10", a brand that makes clothes for shorter dudes below average height. Statistically, half of you listening are like, wow, that's me. Jeans, joggers, chinos, button-down shirts, more in shorter lengths and made specifically to fit shorter men.
Wave your hand in the chat if you're under 5'10".
I got to get my pants hemmed all the time, Trev, but you don't have to deal with that because I'm so short.
On my best days, I am probably right at or above 5'10", but disproportionately small legs, so I need their
That's
pants.
what someone that's 5'9" would say.
Fans leaner.
Okay,
But
Scott
disproportionately
Kingery,
small
wiggle,
legs
wiggle,
absolutely,
woggle.
unequivocally need the pants.
Okay, Tyler O'Neill.
We wore the Tyson joggers when we played blitzball. Loved them. I still wear them. Jake wore his yesterday. I wore mine when I got home yesterday.
chat.
Everything comes in modern fits and fabrics. We set up a page with our favorite items, under510.com/JOMBOY. If you're a shorter guy and had another year of getting poorly fitting clothes this holiday season, check out Under 510 to get clothes that actually fit. Again, that's under510.com/JOMBOY. And again, the podcast apps will be fixed. There's just a little glitch going on. And speaking of clothes, I wanted to tell you this in person, Jake, but I'm going to save it for on air. That's the best Christmas purchase outfit your mom's gotten you in a while. I think it looks great. I think she did. Linda Bin did a great job on this one.
My mom normally goes more Build-A-Bear than actual human outfit. It's very much a sweater you get your son. You're always scared to go horizontal stripes on a stockier man.
But the necklace, which is supposed to be... So you wear that necklace a lot of times.
I'm a proud New York, I'm starting my junior year of high school today.
Yes. You wear the chain. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're starting your junior year of high school, and you're like, I'm a man now.
Yeah.
You're like the Rock.
Fuck with me.
Starting to feel like an adult.
Yeah. Come at me.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah. So.
But I do think you look good.
Thank you.
And your hair's feathery today.
Yeah. No product.
BBD got a haircut.
I disagree with you, Jimmy.
But you didn't see it in person. When I saw the pictures, I wasn't.
I want to get that powdery shit that makes your hair look like Tyler Wade. Is that what you do?
No, I want it so bad.
Insta commercials.
Tyler Wade.
Baby powder?
Listen, guys.
No, there's like a
like
powder
hair
that gives
powder
you
that
sometimes.
gives your hair depth, but like definitely if I use it, it would look like I have lice.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
use it.
This is the truth about that hair. And you're not gonna like it because you're not gonna do this. I know you. Look,
It's a
a guy
lot
that
to
wears
maintain.
Timbs
Yeah.
in a chain doesn't do this. It's blow dryer. You have to have a
So
blow
East
dryer.
Coast.
Well,
East Coast
hey,
hate.
listen, we'll get Jake just got off the dead fish still.
I'm
not
so
dead
hot.
fish,
I don't think I need a blow dryer. Not like
But that's how you
hot
get the
and low,
volume.
like-
I've seen dudes have that hair. Do
have
it.
you?
It's
When's the
all
last
about-
time you used a blow dryer?
Probably on a spill.
Dude, blow dryers, by
Like,
the way,
you know,
an
got the
incredible
bed,
invention.
got the bed wet or something.
Do they have cool blow dryers?
Oh
Because
my!
I can't do the heat.
Baby James, my son, he likes the shh of it, so I think I held it by his face once.
Okay.
You better shut up. Blow dry him right in the face.
Have I told the Jesse Crane blow dryer story?
No.
Well,
that's a
let's
scary
do that,
sentence.
and then we'll fill out our Hall of Fame bracket. 'Cause
It's
the
not
people
really
are
like a
here
story. It's just
Perfect.
Jesse Crane, and he's the
Dick in a blow
second
dryer?
human I've seen do this.
Yeah.
So it leads me to believe it's more common than I know of.
How sexual are we talking?
He would have a blow dryer in his locker,
Uh huh.
Mm.
and he would just get his feet warm before he put his cleats on.
Ooh,
I like that.
that sounds kind of nice.
That's cute.
That's like an old
My
skiing
father-in-law
trip.
would sit on the couch.
Why
and
didn't he
have
just
blowing
put a
on his
baked
feet.
potato in his cleats?
He also could have done that. It's not. I mean, or a hot rock.
Yeah, hot rock in the cleats. You know, that's what they do in
Yeah.
the ice hockey movie Mystery Alaska. They do the hot potatoes and they put them in their cleats. It's so damn hot. Talking Baseball is brought to you by DraftKings.
Get a blow dryer, Jake. Get you some volume in that.
Can we get some people
Wait,
in the Hall of Baseball?
I want to say one more thing because I just have some stuff I need to say.
Here's some more old Twins relievers people forgot.
I was going to give you a compliment, I think.
It looks better in person, Trev.
That doesn't sound great.
sounds like you were
sound
sounds
great.
like you were going to say something. Hope it came out nicely.
No, because
sound great.
you guys are talking about 5'10" and under.
Yes.
And usually, we kind of make fun of that, whatever. I
No,
firmly believe a true 5'10", a true 5'10" isn't short. That's
No,
my statement.
no.
Put it out
No,
there.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with
Is that why it's called under 5'10"?
Yeah, probably.
probably.
Like if you're 5'10", you're out, huh?
Well, I don't know actually. It's called under 5'10". So BBD
Yeah.
not. No, you're 5'9".
Yeah, I'm. Why?
Under
Why?
5'9". You're under 5'10".
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Is it
dad was
considered
5'10". I don't
5'10"
think
you're good.
My dad is 5'10". I don't think he ever considered himself short. And Luke is 5'10". I don't think he's like,
No.
Yeah.
We're gonna need Luke to be lying a little more.
Damn
Luke has the hair. Luke has the volume also.
I'll spike my hair.
Jim will spike his hair. No, you won't.
What my funeral face picture? Hair's like 3 inches tall on that one.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your actual
Well,
funeral.
could be.
You used to be good looking, Jim. Like,
Whoa.
remember that?
That's a compliment.
Oh my
I think that's a
goodness.
compliment.
It's about to compliment you, I think.
Can we?
Oh, yeah. So we're going to vote for the Hall of Fame with the ballot they sent us.
They sent us
And-
big package.
Yeah, it's huge. And how are we doing it? So it's everyone gets 2 picks. We're going to draft the pick. And we're only voting for 8 guys, not all 10. because we're small hall pod kind of.
Collectively, we're doing a ballot. So it's not
I
really
like a
draft,
small
it's-
hall within a big hall.
Yes, that's what I said.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's all in the same hall.
There's a museum.
The hallway
And then there's
gets
a small hall.
gradually smaller as you go.
Until it's just a plaque of Babe
triangle.
Ruth at the end.
Yeah, it's a triangle.
It's, yes.
And you rank every Hall of Fame
and,
member.
yes, and the end is just Babe Ruth who's staring at everyone else.
And you
It's
get
not even really a hall, by the way. It's just like a.
you get
fucking
greeted by
building.
Harold Baines, and you're like,
Well, there's a door behind Babe Ruth. So then it's a hall, Trev.
I don't think so.
What do you mean?
There's halls in the Hall of Fame, but it's not like one hallway.
Ours is. That's what we're saying.
Oh, ours is just one hall.
One hall. It goes gradually
one
into a triangle.
long triangle.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Let's all write down a random number to decide who gets to draft first. And I have done so much prep for this.
Me too. What are we doing
Exact
again?
opposite. I don't even know who's on the ballot.
I pulled up.
It was your idea, Trev. You came up with this.
No. The number thing.
Oh, write down a random number.
Okay.
I'm just going to write on my computer. I wrote down 46.
I didn't write one yet, Jim.
All right, I'll start over.
So Jim's 46 is out.
Out. Do another number.
Oh, and Trev, you can't pick 42.
Yeah.
It's retired.
Yes. Okay.
I already got my number.
Got
You want me
mine.
to say it.
Everyone write theirs down?
I wrote mine down.
I went
Okay.
12.
I went 52.
33.
41.
Okay. Can you put the random number down?
Random number generator. And 1 through 100.
Gotta
And
have it. 45.
45. So I get first pick?
If you want it.
What number did you do?
52.
I was 41.
Oh.
He's 41.
Oh!
Sounds like BBD gets.
Yeah. Good stuff.
My bad. Odd
Um,
numbers guy.
Do you want the first pick or do you want the wraparound?
I want the 4-5 wraparound because
Wow.
Oh, so we're doing a snake. Okay.
I don't. How do we want to do it?
Yeah, we are doing a snake.
I assumed snake.
Snake. You want the wraparound?
Yeah, I mean
I
we're all
want the
one.
1-8. I want to. I'm gonna cut people out. People are gonna be mad at me.
We don't know
What
that.
number do you have?
Yeah, because there's gonna be like 3 guys be like, you gotta choose him.
I
Yeah, I'm
was
gonna choose
12.
I'm gonna choose the 8th guy.
What did Jimmy have?
He was
52.
52. It's pretty
Okay.
close.
So I
7
have this-
away.
Now you're 1-8. So me and Jake are splitting the middle ones. I'll go 2.
Okay, 2-7.
You get
I'll go
2-7.
3-6. My height.
Okay.
So Jim, you're gonna induct the first member
Wow.
into the Hall of Baseball off of this ballot.
yeah, I am.
Jesus, that's big stuff.
I am. I am. It's up to me. I'm going first. You guys ready? Do you want sound effects or something?
The pick is in.
Do like a countdown for me.
2, 1.
Barry Bonds absolutely cannot tell the story of baseball without mentioning Barry Bonds.
Wow.
You can't. Because the story of
Great
steroids is the story of baseball, and he's the story of steroids.
That's a
And
great
also, fantastic pre, fantastic post, and a lot of people were doing steroids. No one was putting up the numbers that he was putting up when he was on steroids. It was insane. His baseball reference is, you know what? I've always talked about my top 10 websites in the world, babynames.com,
Yeah.
weather.com. Barry Bonds' baseball reference page might make my top 10.
Wow.
Probably once or twice a year, I just go to it and marvel like people go to, the Leaning Tower of Pisa or the pyramids to just look at it and marvel. That's what I do on his baseball reference.
Yeah.
Probably twice a year.
That's awesome, man.
Thank you. So, Bonds is in.
That's huge.
You've just created some guidelines for us.
Well, you don't have to listen to me.
Oh, Trev.
Well, we're collective-ish.
We're on a team here.
We're turning into beat writers. We're collectivish.
With the second induction into the Baseball Hall of Fame, JM Small Hall of Fame, Alex Rodriguez.
Wow. Chris
I
Rose's
will-
guy.
I'll defer to our good friend Howard Bryant. He's actually said he wouldn't vote for Alex Rodriguez. But then he said, how dumb is that? Because the guy does have a zillion hits, 696 home runs. And yeah, again, he was doing steroids. A lot of guys are doing steroids. The numbers kind of speak for themselves. I give A-Rod a lot of hate because he's easy to hate. Like a lot of things he does are ridiculous.
How hard Rosie goes after him is so wild. Nicest guy in the world, Chris Rose. The nicest guy in the world, Chris Rose.
He's out on Rod.
He's out on Rod. I haven't met anyone that's in on Rod. As we meet people in baseball.
You can dislike him for sure because, like I said, he does a lot of things that warrant that. But if you're going to talk about baseball and baseball players and how good they were, you got to include A-Rod in the discussion. I modeled my batting stance after him. I wore the white BGs with the gray unis because A-Rod used to do it. Turns out he's just kind of a, whatever. But
696 home runs.
I'm voting for him.
Led the league in home runs 5 different years. Led the league in slugging 4. 3 MVPs. Yeah.
The other thing I kind of can't get over with A-Rod is he
hot.
He was the best player I watched a lot of. So, and by a lot.
I know. A lot. And Jeter really screwed him. Let's just talk about that.
Whoa.
Oh, I mean, you're bringing up the morality clause.
Sexually?
It's because he wanted to be like Jeet so much, like loved and adored, and it's just like was never his path. I think that sometimes in movies, like a guy wants to be good, but he just realizes that he's just never going to get to that point, so he goes the other way. I kind of feel like that's what happened.
So you already kind of referenced in Trev the Chris Rose rotation with Passan, Howard Bryant, and Ken Davidoff, and they discussed this in a slightly different tone than us. Howard Bryant's story about A-Rod was like so true and so sad. I don't even want to give it away, but he talks about meeting a young A-Rod, and it's like, oh, yeah, it all makes sense.
The pressure that he was on had in his entire life is something that you need to talk about too. And like, again, this is A-Rod, so people are gonna be mad and have things to say about him, but he was the best player since he was probably started playing. Like he was the best player, and to carry that, I know a guy that had to go through that. Obviously didn't put up A-Rod numbers, but Delman, I saw Delman go through all of that. Number 1 prospect in baseball, even before that, when he was 12 years old, like people were talking about this kid. It's a lot of pressure to put on someone when they're that young. And, talk about A-Rod and steroids and all that stuff, but still the numbers are fucking crazy.
I hear that, all that pressure.
Yeah.
Jake, you have the number 3 pick. Who are you voting for?
So you guys took 2.
Don't muddy our board up.
That I really liked. I think I'm going to muddy the board up a little bit.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no.
I have a guy who I think is one of the best to ever play his position.
He's a compiler.
He's actually not. He gets hurt by not being a compiler. I am putting Andrew Jones in the Hall of Baseball.
The 3 pick.
Guys, Andrew Jones had one of the better careers you could have up until his age 30 season. Up until age 29, I mean, he won 8 straight Gold Gloves. I mean, one of the best to ever do it in center field. Racked up a bunch of homers, was putting up 30 dingers a year. Playing center field, which, again, we have to view as a different position. One of the best to ever play that position. His career fell off a cliff kind of after age 30, and my argument, and this is my baseball hall, some of the guys that are connected to the juice, Jim, your guy Barry, who got in there.
Prove it.
Trev, your guy Rod, who got in there.
He also didn't test positive.
Yeah, there's a lot of false
he just
confessions.
admitted
Watch
to it.
one true crime episode.
Those guys put up some of their more monster years in their mid to late 30s. Which, hey, maybe if Andrew got into the sauce a little bit, would we be talking about 600 homer Andrew Jones? I don't know.
Maybe he took the wrong kind, and that's why he...
Exactly. But this isn't a drug Hall of Fame. This is a guy who was one of the best to ever do it at his position for a decade. I'm one of those Hall of Fame guys. Andrew Jones just got in the Hall of Fame. And his son's the top prospect coming up now, so that gives him some of a character clause
He wouldn't
for
have
me.
been on my
Great
ballot,
sperm.
so
Sperm.
I'm interested to see what happens now. I don't think he would have made my ballot.
Good. I don't give a shit about your
Well, I'm interested to see.
Like I think I would have ended up going to him in one of these 2 picks.
Wow.
So
He's in. Okay, there you go.
I'm really
He's
happy.
getting in the Hall.
I'm
He's
really
getting in the Hall.
happy you did it because
I'm a small hall
a
guy.
bunch of guys.
Oh, it's a small Hall guy. He's in the middle of the triangle.
No, he's wide.
No.
Going through the annals of history.
He's in the middle of the triangle.
Ooh.
Harold Baines. Bill
BBD has 2 picks in a row.
This is huge.
My 2 picks.
I couldn't get over the spelling of Andrew, if we're being honest.
I know.
It's tough.
It's American. That's offensive.
It is offensive.
There's at least one more dude who I feel like is an obvious one.
Okay.
Probably more if I looked at it more, but I'm gonna hope someone cleans him up. I think.
Oh, don't trust
Whoa.
me to do your dirty work. That's what I'm saying.
BBD, put who you want in the Hall in the Hall.
First, I'm putting in Manny.
Congrats, Manny.
So you don't think you got to be like, high IQ to be in the hall?
Whoa.
Manny, between the on-field performance, it felt like I was watching a Hall of Famer when I watched him.
Ooh, eye test.
Just the whole story, one of the all-time personalities. It was all cool.
Threw that guy down the stairs that one time.
Yeah. I don't know a lot of his controversies. And we'll go for got to muddy it up at some point.
I can't believe you guys are doing this.
I'm gonna help our comments a little bit. I will be putting Scott Rowland in.
Oh my God!
Yes, I mean
Not a whole lot
yes,
of- he
I was
doesn't-
going to put Scott Rowland in.
He doesn't have the vibes, and you look at the baseball
Yes, he
reference.
does.
You look at the baseball reference. A lot of great offensive years. Played with some of the best defensive third base of all time. Did it for a very, very long time.
I love it, BBD. He was going to be my pick. Now I have to find another one. Scott Rowland is exactly who you would create if you were like doing a simulation. Like we're all in right now.
Stimulation.
6'4", 245.
Very
Put him at
important
the
for the Hall of
hot
Fame.
corner. Let him freaking rake. He was like, whenever I think about hockey, and I'm like, why don't they just get the biggest person and put him in front of the net? No goals will ever be scored, blah, blah. That's like what I envision Scott Rowland being at third base. He's so big over there that nothing got by him, and he was obviously agile.
Hostile.
Huge Scott Rowland fan. I watched a lot of Scott Rowland.
Not a Gibby.
footage.
Not a member of the Gibby.
Learning how to play third base, I watched a lot of Scott Rowland.
He and about third base. You know, we're kind of in a bit of a golden era of third base, as Jake has been vocal about. It's one of the more underrepresented positions in the Hall of Fame. Them and catchers probably are the 2 biggest. Relievers too, but
It's about to change.
so I think it's time we get another third baseman in there.
So nervous for the rest of this.
Just a couple Phillies third basemen just chatting it up. No big
You and
deal.
Scotty.
Yeah.
Scotty too hottie.
Love
Wow.
that, BBD.
Wow.
Love that.
Feeling a lot of pressure. BBD, we're feel guys. We start every day.
You guys are being too cute.
We just feel each other up. Oh, I'm being cute?
Yeah?
So you like bold, Jim. You like a good baseball reference
You guys
page,
are
huh?
just waiting for people to clean
You're
up your
just
mess.
an analytics nerd, huh?
You think there's people picking up your crumbs. I'm not your crumb picker-upper.
Jim, why don't you pick up this 7-time Cy Young Award winner? The Rocket,
Thank God.
Roger Clemens,
Thank God.
is in the Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Jake.
139.2 career WAR for all you little Roger Clemens. I mean, a lot of bold. I can't even count the bold.
No, you can't count.
He got too much bold on his
There was a control fine for bold. I'd figure it out, but I don't think
There were 7 times where this gentleman was voted the best pitcher. That's a pretty good meatball. And he was a Yankee. So,
I mean,
Roger Clemens.
so he did it on one side of the ball. Let me tell you this right now. Ain't no pitcher ever going into my Hall of Fame. You did half the work. You did half of it.
Wow.
Finish the job.
That's so fair. That's so
my
fair.
take.
That's
I will
so
never
fair.
have a pitcher in my Hall of Fame
That's so fair.
unless
Easiest job in
it's
sports.
Shohei Ohtani.
Okay.
He's already in my Hall of Fame.
Is he your next vote?
No.
Okay.
But I am going to give it to a pitcher.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
But because I feel like this one's personal to me.
Oh.
And I really meant starting pitchers. You guys know I fuck with relievers.
Pause. I counted the bold in his baseball reference page. What's your honest guess?
Like 38.
77.
Oh my
Whoa,
God.
Roger Clemens?
77 bold.
Wins, ERA, complete games, strikeouts,
Now,
ERA
never,
plus, FIP,
ever,
whip.
Jesus.
ever trust my counting
Hit
or my
by
math.
pitches.
Oh yeah, that's not
That
that
does
number's
not
not
look like
right.
77.
That number's not right.
Let's say 70 through 70. Let's say 70 through 80.
James, there's
somewhere
no way
between
that's
70 and
77. I am looking at it right now, and I'm telling you right now.
I'm gonna
there's
count.
no way that's
Trev,
77.
you give out your
Jake, you
your
count
Hall
the
of Fame
bold
bell.
in it.
No.
Everyone knows I'm an acclaimed counter.
Trev, who's this pitcher you're putting in?
I mess with relievers. I think this guy needs a little bit of light shine on just how good he was.
No, don't do that. No, don't.
I'm doing it.
Don't do that.
He's
Do
my
it,
friend.
Trev.
He's my friend.
Wow.
I've shared
Don't do
things
that.
with this man. Many
Don't do
things
it,
with this
guys.
man.
Don't
I
do it.
really, really like it. And he has, if you really know him, you know you put S's at the end of both of his first and last name. It's Joe's Nathan's. Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
I can't believe what you
My
guys
brother.
have done here.
Go check it out.
I'm still counting, so you guys talk.
Go check it out. Go check out what this guy has done, James, and compare him to other pitchers. This guy's, if there's any relievers in the Hall, this guy needs to be one of them. There's just no doubt about it. So, congratulations, Joe Nathans. And he is a part of the bold. He had 61 games finished in 2006.
Wow.
I think that's the only one.
So,
Welcome, Joe.
Barry Bonds.
Already a Twins Hall of Famer.
Sure. Barry Bonds, A-Rod, Andrew Jones, Manny Ramirez, Scott Rowland, Roger Clemens, Joe Nathan, and with the
I have one bold thing I need to clear up.
yes,
Were you counting his Cy Young Award and one MVP as bolds?
no.
Okay. Then I have a number.
What do you have?
I have 67.
That could be true
Okay.
because at one
you knew a
point
7.
I knew I was at a
You
9.
might have jumped 10.
I knew I was at a 9,
Okay.
and then I just jumped, and I was like, was that 59 or 69? What did I say?
Okay.
I jumped.
Rolo in the chat got 66. Tom Ace got 63. So we're not a counting community.
Okay. Guys, Barry Bonds, A-Rod, Andrew Jones, Manny Ramirez, Scott Rowland, Roger Clemens, Joe Nathan, and with the 8th pick, I abstain. I'm a small hall guy.
Small.
I can't believe you
knew
guys
was
did that.
coming.
Really respect that.
The one thing I pride myself is being a small hall guy,
Yeah.
and you guys already polluted it and diluted it enough. I am messing with it, so we're out.
Billy Wagner also is in too. I just added that.
No. We
Was he
have
your,
our
wait, unless he was your friend.
we have our crew.
All right, fine. Joe Nathan over Billy Wagner. Want to know why?
Sinkers.
Oh, the comments are gonna not like
Because
it.
Billy Wagner's a lefty, and I'm sick of all these lefties getting,
can
all the
we
sad
not?
stories about being lefties.
Yeah. Okay. You know,
Learn how to do stuff right.
some people will have to wait till next year. Ortiz, you have to just wait it out.
Again, I know I said no pitchers would ever be in my Hall of Fame, and then I voted for one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And you lobbied for
also,
another.
You got to play both sides of the ball.
Todd
Unless you're my
Helton
friend.
has to wait another year. Kurt Schilling. Sammy Sosa. Could you tell the story of baseball without saying Sammy Sosa's name?
Yes. You just use Mark McGuire to tell the same story.
And another player in the division,
It's the better story.
another guy in the division, challenged him.
Yeah.
But that didn't stop Big Mac.
That's our official ballot. I hate it.
Wait, can I be honest with you guys?
Yeah.
This is, and if Kyle's gonna clip this, like include this clip.
Oh, we got to be careful with these clips. Talk to Kyle.
Yeah. You're going to need the tone of the whole show to understand this one. Tell Kyle not to just post this, please.
Yeah,
Oh,
please don't actually. Don't
please.
don't do like a ballot. Yeah, please
Please
don't. But
don't.
if you do a clip, include this. I think every single one of these people that I have in front of me on this 2022 Baseball Hall of Fame ballot should be in the Hall of Fame. Like every single person.
Carl Crawford?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Every single
You're
one.
a big hall.
You wanna know
literally-
why?
You just
Because they're really good.
you just think the Baseball Hall of Fame should be Baseball Reference.
Big
Yeah.
hall.
You kind of have just like if you played for 12 years, you're a Hall of Famer.
Hall of Baseball.
And we're really, yes, still have to be really good. All these guys are really good. Sorry. All of them. Every single one of you MFers, you're in my Hall of Fame if I'm doing a separate one.
So I have a big triangle, like we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like, the hall. And starts out kind of wide. Starts out with Joe Nathan and Scott Rowland and Harold Baines. Then you get to the meteor guys. Andrew Jones, because he just got so much love. The end is Babe Ruth, like you said, obviously.
Nope.
Oh, you're right, Trev. Babe Ruth and Jeter, side by side.
Nope.
And then there's
Jeter can play.
And then there's hallways for each team. And then you can go down the Tampa one. And there's Carl Crawford. Awesome. Him and Evan Longoria and Trevor Plouffe are there. Yes, Trev.
I'm in the Hall. I just, God, I have some controversial statements, and I think people are going to be really mad at me.
Awesome.
Kyle.
Just clip them.
If you didn't play integrated ball, you're out.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
You're out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're
Yeah.
saying. Here's my Hall of Fame. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You got 20-year decades. And in those 20, there's 20 halls, right?
20 halls.
Well, no, there's as many halls as decades, but 20, from
20-year halls of decades.
yeah, from like 1900 to 1920, from 1920 to 1940.
Scores. Four score? Is
Four
that 20
score.
years?
No, a score is
5 years?
A score's
Maybe you know this.
score. A score is not as many years as you think it is.
Maybe you just said it was 20.
No, I know, but whenever I think like that must be a long time. It's got a cool name.
Because we only hear about it 4 scores.
So yeah, so you have scores of hallways covered in scores.
Yeah, bam, and then you just have the best players. You have a lineup from each 20 decades.
The all score teams.
I have
Yeah, but
Ken
what if
Burns'
you get put
baseball
in, like,
reference
a-
documentary. That's the Hall of Fame. If you were mentioned in that,
Was Sammy mentioned?
yeah, that's my Hall of Fame.
Okay. Wow, this sucks. No wonder nobody wants to vote for the Hall of Fame.
No, the
This
Hall.
sucks.
I mean, I hate the Hall of Fame. I'm glad that we did this. I kind of despise everything about the voting process and the.
Two of the
Acting
more
upset about it.
respected writers you'll meet, Howard Bryant and Jeff Passan, both do not vote on the
not
Hall
vote.
of Fame anymore.
Because it's the least
By
fun
choice.
conversation you can have.
People in the chat, relax. They're like really mad that I said nobody before integration should be in.
Yeah.
Our chat sometimes doesn't understand the tone of the show at all, which
I'm
blows
just
me,
kidding.
blows me
Yeah,
away.
like Feo says, like obviously a lot of those guys didn't have any choice over that.
Stop responding seriously to that.
No. I agree.
Just messing around with people.
Barry Bonds, A-Rod, Andrew Jones, Manny Ramirez, Scott Rowland, Roger Clemens, Joe Nathan, our official ballot. Thank you.
In the hall.
Thank you to the MLBB, LWB for allowing us to have a say this year.
It's huge.
That's huge.
Rosenthal out.
I know this is so disrespectful,
Ooh.
but on that episode with the writers, they rip off that acronym, and I don't know what it is. And every time they just said it like that, I'm like, what? Like,
BBWAA.
what is it?
BBWAA.
BBWAA. Those don't flow, and there's too many letters there. And
Baseball
Baseball
Writers
Writers Association of America.
Association.
Yes.
I missed the association.
but I'm like, man, that sounds like a nerdy lunch group that you're like, you guys really call yourself
You don't think
that?
it rolls like that? I think it rolls off the tongue pretty good.
I'm shy.
You got to get into a rhythm.
I just like that world and like the baseball
BBWA.
voting world is just like, ugh.
Sure.
I
don't
mean, it is
disagree
the
with that.
nerdy lunch group.
It is, yeah.
Can you just
Said
call
it
it
as
the
a
bois?
joke, but
There should just be like,
Bois?
I think 5-letter acronyms have to become the acronym that you sound out. Like SWAT is only 4, but like that type of thing. You get 4 letters if you're going to make me say each letter. Once you get to a 5th letter, I better be able to turn this into a word. Otherwise, I'm not saying them all. That's my thoughts on acronyms. So, BBWBA, too many letters.
Okay.
Thank you guys for allowing me to say that.
Let
That
it
was
out,
awesome.
man.
That was awesome.
Tell that mean ocean.
I got so many thoughts on linguists.
Ooh. Can't go down that road.
Wait, so BB stands for baseball?
yeah, that's the dumb part.
Yeah.
Okay,
That doesn't
that's
make
why
any
we're.
sense.
I have an easy fix. BWAA. Bois.
Wow.
Bois. You remember Bois?
Yeah. Why?
I mean, they definitely tried that, and then the writers were like, we sound dumb when we say bois.
BWAA.
How can you be a member of bois?
Does that exist? Oh, that's the boxing. That's why. Boxing.
Wow, boxing beat baseball.
Boxing
and that's
Writers
obvious.
Association of America is Bois.
They beat boxing, beat him to the punch.
I mean, you're writers. Just come up with something different. Don't make 2 B's on a word that's just 1 B.
Yeah.
When you.
I'm glad that we've understood that my frustrations are real.
Could have just done like BWA, and you didn't need the of America.
Great point by Twaple123 in the chat.
Dude, Twaple 123 in the chat.
Why should they all be American beat writers?
Said by that logic, shouldn't it be MLBB then?
Yeah. Yes.
And that I kind of like.
Yeah.
How'd you sound?
MLBB.
This show is just something.
No. We have our next topic, which is brought to you by Manscaped. Our sponsors at Manscaped are here to save your balls this year. Make the ball drop into 2022 the cleanest and sexiest ever. Set your first New Year's resolution with good intentions and join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with our exclusive offer. Go to manscaped.com and use code TALKIN for 20% off plus free shipping. Clean yourself up. Feel good. Look good. Play good. Become a Hall of Famer. Whether your resolution is to work out more or travel to new places, which one's yours, Jake?
Both.
Work out in new places.
No.
Combine it.
No.
Combine
I'm
it.
not combining it.
Be sure to travel to manscaped.com for our exercise, not the word, for our exclusive offer of 20% off plus free shipping with code TALKIN. There you go. Thanks to Manscaped. What's the other topic we had on our list here? MLB Network doesn't renew Ken Rosenthal. Honestly, on like a serious response to that,
Sure.
how do you watch? I feel bad for any host that talks on MLB Network now because, one, you're completely neutered in your opinions and thoughts that you can publicly state, because Rosenthal didn't even say them on MLB Network. It was an Athletic article he wrote. It wasn't even, I believe, right?
I think he might have said stuff on MLB Network. I believe it was when he was being critical of the
Manfred.
COVID times. He was. I think he was basically saying like they're using this COVID time to negotiate stuff, which we talked about.
I thought it was the Athletic article that we're really upset about. But anyway, if you're a pundit now, obviously there's always the allure that you guys can't talk bad, and there's the thought, and they can say no, this is how I truly feel, but they can't even say that now. It's gone. MLB pulled the curtain away, and why would you listen to that? I like MLB Network. I like a lot of the hosts. That's why I feel bad for them, because for MLB to publicly put this out there, the PR about Rosenthal, it's like, well, you can't put any stock into anything they say on any matter regarding the league versus the players, or the league's decisions on rules, or the league's decision on punishment. Like, they have to say what they have to say, and it's it's in the open now. It's yes, if you disparage us, we will fire you. So they may have been neutered before, but now it's a known thing. Why that sucks for them and for the viewer.
Trev?
I mean, I how hard can we go in on them right now? I don't know. To me, MLB Network is background TV anyway, so it's just going to continue to be that. And that's no offense, like you said, James. There's a lot of really talented people that work at MLB Network. But to have that in the back of their head now, I think a lot of them are going to be thinking about what's going on here? What am I doing here? You know, is it? I don't know. But again, to me, MLB Network was just that. It was background TV, and it'll continue to be that. It's nothing right now. They don't even have any programming on, but
They
Kenny
don't?
is.
They don't have anything?
Well, they have it's nothing.
Reruns of nothing.
Yeah.
There's certain stuff I love. If Leiter's talking about pitching or breaking down the player, like I will put on the TV and watch that. So
there was talented people there. I mean, look, we've taken one of them from them. C. Rose is extremely talented. He was there for a long time. You know, obviously Kenny is extremely talented. What I loved about the whole Kenny situation, though, was the outpour from all the different sectors of baseball. They were just complimenting him and saying what a good person he is, because he is. And if you've ever had an interaction with him, you know what everyone's talking about. I just like that it was from writers, it was from baseball players, it was from fans, it was from everywhere. And I think Kenny's got to be feeling pretty good about himself, even though like this just happened, bad thing for him, whatever. He's got to feel like, hey, I kind of won this situation here.
Yeah, like you're saying, Trev, it came from everywhere. I mean, Joe Buck, you know, got a lot of people that probably didn't have to come out and say it, but they wanted to because they love and respect who Ken Rosenthal is. So, and I mean, Kenny, he's still, you know, the other side of this. I mean, Kenny's still associated with Fox. Like, he's still going to be around baseball a lot. So it's not like we're losing Ken Rosenthal. He does all the athletic stuff too. But yeah, I mean, it's just when you put it all together, it makes so much sense. I mean, whether you want to connect it to MLB owning the baseballs and MLB owning and controlling MLB Network, like they think that is the best way to run their sport by having this like weird control, like, I don't know, is it communism? I have no idea, but it's not right. Like, that's why we're seeing problems with the baseball. That's why we're seeing media coverage that's like getting muted. So yeah, I mean it's impossibly not good for the sport. Like who was sitting at home the other day, or who's been sitting at home the past recently and is like, oh, so players don't know what baseballs they're using? That's good for the sport. Oh, Ken Rosenthal's out? That's really good for baseball. I'm happy. So yeah, I mean, it's just full circle on some stuff that they're clearly missing because they've put on big horse blinders, and that's the world they want to live in. So good for them.
That's actually a great question. Has there been there has to have been coverage about the baseballs on MLB Network, right? Like they covered that story.
I don't know.
So anybody in the chat, can you please tell us if you've seen that covered on MLB Network? Because that'd be something. I'd assume that they had to have touched on it, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, during the season, we did have MLB Network on the TV like all the time because it's just good to gain insight, hear the updates and all that. But we don't now. We just have Sequence with Trevor Plouffe on repeat. That's where we get our insights and knowledge.
R.I.P. maybe?
The real deal. Rip Torn.
Yeah, I mean, what do
RIP.
you... I don't know. Kenny has so many gigs, like
Someone
you said, Jake. Like,
yeah.
He's around.
Someone in the chat said 2 different baseballs, ? So I guess maybe it hasn't become a big enough story, but we talked about it. Yeah, they used 2 different baseballs, but guys didn't know what they hit or were throwing.
Well, yeah, and sometimes they just dumped old balls into the new balls.
Hey,
And
Trev.
Gavin Lux hits one to the wall and doesn't know.
Dude, were your teammates with Bassit?
It was.
You like him?
I do. He was hurt the year I was there, and I was only there for a short time. But yeah, he's great. Like great vibe, like great personality, great person in the clubhouse. We had a really good clubhouse when I was there. Like we had a lot of fun characters, good
The
dudes.
people, the actual clubhouse, probably a shithole.
The actual clubhouse was bad, like really bad, but the people were awesome.
Did you have to take warm baths in soup cans instead of like a hot tub?
We did have and this is like probably common way back when, we had the hot tubs and the cold tubs in the shower. It's kind of a weird thing. It doesn't seem very sanitary to me, which is kind of the whole theme, because sometimes there's sewage running through the dugout, but you know.
I've
I did
become
have
a
a
big
locker next
Bassit
to Ricky
fan.
Henderson there.
Ooh.
Pretty cool.
Bassit's the perfect example of the guy you see and you're like, oh yeah, tall, kind of lanky, kind of goofy pitcher. And then you hear him talk and you realize like, oh, you're one of the best athletes to ever come out of your hometown. Like he's got like reverse swag. Like he's just he's obviously confident. The dude's been nasty the past like 4 seasons. Like he's a very good Major League Baseball player, but sometimes we get lost at home because we see bat flips or guys we think are cool, or we hear someone on YouTube trash talk pitchers all the time, and you're like, oh, Chris Bassit's like the man.
Well, I fell in love with him on our last episode of Talkin Yanks, and that came out yesterday, even though we pre-recorded it, and then he was on Rose Rotation. I was like, damn. I just really like his Twitter, because he's just doing it. Tweeted on January 1st.
Give us some tweets from Chris Bassit, Jim.
It's on January 1st. What time did he send this? If it's at yes, hell yes, Chris Bassit, 12:03 a.m. January 1st, 2022. Let's freaking get it. Like, say what's on your mind, Chris.
What a tweet!
Let it out.
Trey Lance has no clue who Debo Samuel is.
That's just good Bay Area sports.
That's just fantasy football.
Yeah.
He's pissed.
He's letting that out.
Needs a catch.
The
Debo's
Rose Bowl
awesome.
never disappoints. No, but I do like how he's active on Twitter. So
He's a sneaky, good-looking guy too.
just want the Yankees to trade for him.
Right?
He
had some good comments on. I guess he was on Towing the Slab talking about metrics, and he says that like
That's what he was on, not Rose Rotation. He was on Tona Slab. My bad.
yeah, he said
was on. Yeah.
In October.
he said analytics don't like me. Like I don't have the best spin rate, and I'm considered an anomaly. He goes, but are you an anomaly if you do it year after year after year? And I love that. Because that's all throughout baseball. Like guys who aren't supposed to be good, they don't have the best exit velos, or their BABIP is too high. It's going to regress, but every single year it's the same.
Tim
BABIP.
Anderson.
So I love it, man. He has a really good disposition.
Pretty good looking.
Yeah,
Not Matt Olson.
No, I mean it's tall guy good looking. Like some tall guys,
He's like a big guy.
Some tall guys get away just by being super tall. Like he's got a pretty good look for a tall.
Oh
guy.
my gosh!
Like if he was
tall people,
6'1", 6'2", you'd be like, all right, yeah. I mean,
tall people have built-in confidence. That's what it is.
that with the black eye, he looks pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Fast and the Furious vibes.
I want to say this, clear it up. I did see in the chat that MLB Network, or MLB.com at least, had talks about the two different balls.
It's huge.
It's great. Thank you. All right, I think that's the episode. I'm glad that our votes got in.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we all got to see each other,
Reply below and rank our Hall of Famers 1 through 8, including the
Kyle,
abstain vote.
Please.
That sucked. I
Please
wish they
do
did
not put this on
serious.
social media.
I wish they did serious voting.
Whose idea was this? This is stupid.
Yours. And it was a fantastic idea. I just wish you guys didn't fuck up the ballot so much.
I did Alex Rodriguez. That's like he has to be in,
But
right?
then who'd you do next?
Oh, my friend. You know that's coming.
Good ball player. Love Joe Nathan. Joe's Nathans, as people that know call him.
Yes.
You know what
Joe
sucks
Nathan
with
and
Joe's
Billy
Nathans?
Wagner's tough.
Well, I wanted
Joe's
both,
Nathan.
but
Yeah.
Joe's my friend. Joe's Nathan's. What sucks for him is when he got to, how many saves is it? The big number, whatever it was.
300.
300.
300?
No idea. It's a
We
big
both
number.
guessed.
I don't know. The highlight, is the pitch that like bounced and the umpire called a strike on Ben Zobrist.
Oh, I remember
so like
that.
everyone's like, what the hell is going on? So it's not like a cool strikeout where like people
I remember
are
that.
cheering.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
baseball.
Is it 300? I feel like it's 500.
He finished with 377. I think
So maybe
Mo-
he passed
Mo
someone.
and Mo and
Hoffman are the only ones with 500,
Yeah.
and Mo has 600 too.
I was thinking that closers get more saves in a good year than pitchers get wins, and the 300 club for a starting pitcher is the thing, so the closers must be higher. But I guess elite of the elite.
Was Joe Nathan like a big dog when you were a young blood, Trev? Because from the year you got drafted, 04 to 08, he had a 1.83 ERA for 5 seasons.
He was the man.
Yeah.
He was automatic. When I 2010, he got hurt in spring training, and it was like somebody sucker punched us. Like he was our guy. Like you get a lead, it's over. Like that was, it's a rarity to really have that stability at the back end of your bullpen. So, and just like stand up dude, like always treated me super cool. We've
Dude,
shared
should
a
we
lot of
make a
beverages
Hall of
together.
Fame?
Yes.
Like there's like I was thinking like the state of Minnesota probably has a Hall of Fame, as well as the Twins have a Hall of Fame, as well as the Vikings have a Hall of Fame. I mean, there's like the Irish New York Hall of Fame. I think for baseball players, like Flaherty is in like the Irish
Italian-American.
There's like Italian American Hall of Fame. It's not copyrighted. Can we make JOMBOY Media Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
And it's a small hall.
I think we could do whatever we want.
It's a unique hall.
There's
There's halls.
What are we gonna?
Jake and I get a vote each
points.
every year. And then everyone else has to come up with one person. Collectively.
Fuck that hall. That's not a. That all. Sucks.
I mean, my hall of goats, I think, is still like my best idea ever. Just people that are fucking awesome. Like Betty White, R.I.P.
I thought you were talking about goats.
Regis Philbin. There's a couple actual goats.
Who?
Well,
Really?
there will be one.
The Cubs goat that cursed them. All-time goat.
What was his name?
Goats. Those that knew him, you put S on the end of his name.
Gotse.
like Jake's story alleys. Actually, my high school coach did that too.
Trevor's
Weird.
Ploufs.
Why is that a thing?
Don't think it is.
Ploufs.
Ploufs.
Yeah, but he only did it last name. He didn't do it first name.
Yeah, you just heard it.
Yeah.
Like you just get old and you get worn out. Your mouth, you don't control your mouth enough to stop the S from coming out. Ploufs, we're running polls.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Or maybe it leads back to some childhood trauma.
James, you had a speech impediment when you were a kid.
What the
Come on.
fuck is that about?
Bringing that up.
Let's go, JP Crawford. Adam Frazier. Trade, next step.
Where'd he go
That's
again?
the one thing I love
Seattle.
about you, James. It's just
Like the fit.
Jake sucks.
you overcame it, bro. You're a beacon of light.
You could bat Frazier at the top of the lineup. You can move him down, add some depth.
Cover an exception.
Depths.
Talked to Matt Chapman last night. Whoops.
Yankee shortstop.